Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and you know why. Because it's a Sweden day. 10 culture shocks we had in Sweden. German and American couple react. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Known as the land of IKEA and Köttbullar, but also...
Ooh. Do you know when I was in Sweden and the vlogs, obviously you saw the vlogs, I had this every day. I had this meal every single day. I don't think there was a day I didn't have meatballs and mashed potato. I had this every single day, and I'm not even angry, because the thing is, I cannot get this particular meal with the lingonberries on the side, with the mashed potato, with that particular sort of meatball, with those pickled cucumbers. You can't get them in the UK. I'm sure you can in London or something, but I don't live in London. I live in the countryside. I live in very much Britain, you know, like out in the sticks. So I was like, if I'm going to be in Sweden, I'm going to have this meal every day. And I'm not mad. It was so good.
endless forests, thousands of islands, and apparently a slight obsession with cinnamon buns.
That's a huge... I didn't see any cinnamon buns quite that big. They were normally like this, about this big. That's ridiculous.
From Stockholm to Gothenburg, this country is full of surprises. And as a German and American, there were a few culture shocks for us as well.
Sweden's love of candy.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so nobody told us this before we went to Sweden. The Swedes are absolutely obsessed with candy.
Yeah.
We thought maybe it's just something you get at a gas station or a corner store. Nope. Every single grocery store we walked in had aisles, yes, aisles of candy.
Yeah.
Even the tiny city 7-Eleven looked like Willy Wonka had moved in.
And get this, Sweden's actually the #1 consumer of candy per capita in...
How do you feel about that? You're #1 consumer. Do you know what I love though? Even though you are the #1 consumer of candy per capita in the world, so you eat a lot of sweets, you only eat them on a specific day. You choose a day, and that's where you eat when you eat them. And I like that. I like that control, because it could get out of hand. It could get out of hand. You could eat them every day, and that would be a problem, especially for diabetes sufferers. And I think everyone would have diabetes if you ate them every day, but you pick a specific day and say, this is the day we eat sweets, and the rest of the week we don't do that. So I like that. It's health conscious.
world. So if you got a sweet tooth, maybe forget Disneyland, just book a flight to Stockholm.
Driving in Sweden. Vroom, 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 vroom.
So here's the thing, driving in Sweden is actually super chill. People stick to moderate speeds. Nobody's flying past you at like 130 miles per hour like they do in Germany. It is calm, it is relaxed, like almost too relaxed. And yes, they have the occasional speed camera, but here's the funny part. They actually warn you about them. Like a whole minute before the camera, you get a sign basically saying, hey buddy, slow down or smile for the photo.
Do they not have that in Germany? You would think of all countries to have like speed camera warnings, Germany would have that. They have them all over in the UK. Of course, you need to know that there's a speed camera coming up. That we have them as well, so that's quite normal for me. I'm currently, I don't know if I let you guys know, I think I told you before, I'm learning how to drive. I'm currently going through lessons. Well, I've kind of stopped lessons because they're very expensive. But I bought a car and I'm learning in that car privately with my partner in the passenger side. And I have my test at the start of November. So I'll be able to drive. So maybe when I come to Sweden, I'll be able to like rent a car and drive. But the only issue is that you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. Yes, I said the wrong side, not the right side. The wrong side of the road. We drive on the left, you drive on the right. So that's going to be kind of a weird situation. But probably easy for a German to drive in Sweden, not because you drive on the same side of the road. It's just that being in the European Union, you can drive your car from Germany to Sweden, right? I guess you could do that with the UK. You can get a ferry and you can drive. Yeah, you probably can, can't you? Yeah, probably can. Maybe I'll do that. I really like I really like road trips. I have a scooter that I scoot around, and I'm really into that. I think I'm into motorcycles as well. But I might get my motorcycle license and start doing some touring. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, good idea to travel around Sweden in a car.
I kind of appreciate that honesty.
So polite.
Sorry about my rant. Sometimes I go on these rants and my mind just starts wandering.
But getting to Sweden, oh, that's the expensive part. You either pay a steep bridge toll or hop on a very pricey ferry. So yeah, before you even hit the roads in Sweden, your wallet is already crying.
Oh God.
We talk more about cost and price of things in our behind the scenes Patreon videos, so check those out if you're interested.
Okay, also gas stations. Totally different vibe than in Germany. Credit card goes in, and just like in the US, it blocks a higher amount of money, like $150, before you pump your gas, which makes the average German like me a little bit nervous. But it works fine, and it just bills you the amount in the end that you actually pumped for. So pretty normal for US citizens, but not so normal for many Europeans.
Yeah, and then there are roundabouts. Oh boy, not just normal ones. We're talking about double lane roundabouts, stress level high if you're not used to it. It's like a test of courage every time you enter. One wrong move and you feel like you've accidentally joined the Swedish NASCAR. It's a little intense.
Do they not have roundabouts in Germany? We have those. We're like you, Sweden. When it comes to roundabouts, we know about them. We have 2-lane roundabouts, 3-lane roundabouts, mini roundabouts. The UK has a lot of roundabouts, so I'm pretty used to them. You have to pass your UK driving license. You have to be good at roundabouts, especially if you live where I live, and I live out of the city, and I live in the countryside, and there's a lot of fast roads, and there's a lot of roundabouts. So yeah, I get it.
I'm a passenger princess though, so it was all filled.
It can be stressful. Alcohol in Sweden.
Okay, so this one really caught us off guard. Here's the deal.
Systembolaget.
Anything stronger than 3.5%, you can't just grab at a grocery store. Nope. You have to go to a magical state-run liquor store called Systembolaget.
Systembolaget?
Systembolaget. I don't know if that's right. By the way, it looks more or less like a John Deere tractor shop to me, and not somewhere where you would buy wine and beer.
Yeah, and once you're inside, brace yourself, because the prices are wild. In Germany, you can grab a cheap bottle of wine for like 2 or 3 euros. In Sweden, the cheapest one we saw there was around like 8 or 9 euros.
Yeah, I didn't actually mention this because I went in there. The prices are high. However, I will preface this. I will say that the quality is also high. So you get a good great standard of alcohol and a wide range of things in the Systembolaget. However, like he was saying, in the UK, in Germany, a lot of Western European nations, we can go into a shop and buy a very cheap bottle of wine. Basically, you can get drunk very easily for very cheap. For not a lot of money, you can get drunk. You can get alcohol, which is probably a bad thing. You guys have quality and you have stuff that costs a bit more, but it's quality and it's controlled, which is a good thing, especially if you have a nation that has an issue with alcohol like the UK. The UK, people can just go in, get a very, very cheap bottle of wine that doesn't taste nice, but it's just about getting drunk and having alcohol in your system. It's a very, it's an unhealthy thing to have. It's way too accessible in the UK to get alcohol, and in Germany, so.
And that's not any kind of fancy date night wine, that is the budget option.
It was bottom of the shelf.
Yeah, but they haven't tried your budget option. Your budget option is definitely better than our budget option.
So expensive. And remember, Systembolaget is not open 24/7. They are closed on Sundays, and their Saturdays have limited hours,
closed.
so plan ahead.
It's Sunday today, but I don't know if this will be posted on Sunday or on Monday, but yeah, you're closed today. If I was in Sweden, I won't be able to get any booze. It's funny because I'm having my mother-in-law for dinner today on Sunday, and she's probably gonna get a bottle of wine. She can go to a supermarket up until about 4 or 5 o'clock and get her bottle of wine, if she wants to get a bottle of wine on a Sunday, to have with dinner. Not to get drunk, just to have with dinner. So that is a plus of living in Western Europe, suppose, compared to Northern Europe.
Or you might find yourself on a dry weekend.
Yeah, let's just say it's really expensive to be an alcoholic in Sweden.
English in Sweden.
Okay, this one really blew us away. The English level spoken in Sweden is like next level, like one of the highest in Europe. Honestly, almost everyone we spoke to was just fluent in English. Just take a look at this map here. And here's my...
Wow. Percentage of the population able to hold a conversation in English. Obviously, it should be 90. It should be more than 95 in England, United Kingdom, in Great Britain. Wow, Sweden. I'm just looking at those numbers. 86% of your country can speak English to a high proficiency. That's amazing. Germany, it's only 56%. Wow. Is that the Netherlands there at 90? I think that's the Netherlands. I thought the Netherlands would be... Netherlands is very high. 90, sorry, I'm just reading it like, no, 90 is high. So the only one that's beating you is the Netherlands, really. Their proficiency is also incredible as well. They're I'd say... Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if I told you, I've got a Dutch channel now. I have a Dutch channel. I have a German channel and I have a Dutch channel. And on my Dutch channel, their English, I can tell when they're in the comment section. You guys are incredible, but wow, their English is they might as well be English. Spain is very low. Wow. I do remember going to Spain and trying to speak English, and it's like, not many people speak English. They expect you to speak Spanish. Wow. I'm just looking at all the countries. Wow.
A little take on it. I'm German, I live in Europe, and Europe is this crazy patchwork of countries, languages, and cultures. Borders, sometimes they exist, sometimes they don't, like most of the times they don't. So how do you actually communicate across all of that? And usually the answer to that is English. And in Sweden, just like in the Netherlands or Denmark, it works very well. Everyone's just effortlessly fluent. Very nice compared to some southern countries. Spain.
And a random little fact, sometimes I game on the EU servers, and if I hop into an English-speaking public lobby, almost always there's a Swede in there. Germans, no, they stick to the German lobbies. Russians, no, they stick to their own lobbies. French, Spanish, the same. But Swedes, they're everywhere in online gaming, and it's like they silently dominated the English-speaking EU servers. Honestly, it makes sense now. They've got the English game mastered too.
Yeah, to be honest, now that I think about it,
you guys are, and you're not just great at English, like, you're so funny and you've got great band. All the Swedes that I met had a really like fun, dry sense of humor that you were able to communicate in English. It was weird. It's like, wow, you really are fluent. Like you're actually funny in English as well. Yeah. Which made me want to learn Swedish more because you can speak English so well. I'm like, man, I wish I could communicate with you in your own language because, you know, you're putting me to shame. I'm only able to speak one language. My issue, guys, you know how I'll keep saying, I would love to learn Swedish. My only issue is like, unless I'm moving to Sweden, where am I going to use Swedish? That is the dilemma. I know, like, English people, people in England, we should be able to speak another language. The issue is that our language is the lingua franca of the world. The lingua franca, right? It's the exchange language. It's the language that is used around the globe to communicate with one another, people from other countries. It's the financial language. You know, with English, you pretty much can live anywhere in the world and you'll be able to communicate with someone. And that's the reason why a lot of British people, a lot of English people, they don't learn a second language. But I hate that because I would love to be able to speak other languages. I don't know. Languages is something that I'm actually quite interested in. Swedish is definitely one of them. German is one of them. And actually, the Dutch is one of them as well because Dutch seems like it's really easy to learn for an English speaker as well. Maybe it should be a hobby that I pick up What do you think, guys? Do you think I should learn how to speak Swedish? Do you think I should just do it? Should I just do it? That'll be good content, right? That'd actually be really good content. Would you be interested in seeing me learn Swedish with like a Swedish teacher? Should I don't know. That could be a challenge. Maybe that's a challenge. Who did it? There was a YouTuber, but he moved to Sweden, to be fair. What's his name? I can see his face, the American with the dark hair. I can't remember his name. I've reacted to quite a few of his videos. But he learned Swedish, but he moved to Sweden. Which makes it a lot easier because you're immersed in the culture. But it might be it might be good content. Just let me know in the comment section if that's some you would like. Be honest. Like, would you be interested in seeing me learn Swedish and becoming, I won't say fluent, but like being able to like communicate in Swedish? Is that something that you guys would watch? Let me know. Because I am interested. I've always wanted to learn a second language. But I've never had a reason to. Does that make sense? And I feel like for the first time in my life, I actually have a reason to. I love Sweden. I love everything about Sweden. I love you guys. I love the people. I love the culture, the food. I love just everything. I love Sweden. So this is my chance in my life to learn a language. So it does actually make sense, doesn't it? Let me know. Could be a challenge. Let me know in the comment section if you think I should do that.
I think Swedish people, Danish people, like they speak almost better English than a lot of people in the UK or the US.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Like Dax.
I want a caravan for me, ma. Cash? What cash?
Here's something that really surprised us.
Oh my
During
God.
our entire time in Sweden, we did not need to withdraw a single Swedish crown. Yeah.
Guys, I don't even know what your cash looks like. I don't even know what. Oh my God. I didn't even think about it as well. Not once did I think, let me go to a cash machine and withdraw cash, which I should have done actually, because I wanted to see what your money looks like. I've never seen a physical crown. Sorry, krona. I don't want to say crown. What? Wow. What's this? Actually, I paused it on this. What is this? Current Eurozone. Non-Euro EU countries. So Sweden, obviously. Sweden is one of them. Denmark, Poland, Hungary, Romania, Serbia. Wow, okay. Okay.
Sweden is not part of the Eurozone and has its own currency, but we barely even noticed that the currency existed.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, everything was digital. Parking, you pay on your phone by app. Restaurants, you tap or scan something. Booking accommodations, card only, phone only. Honestly, exchanging money felt like a thing from the Stone Ages that we didn't have to do a single time. Also, no worrying about exchange rates if you use a card without foreign transaction fees.
Yeah.
No hunting for ATMs, no awkward, do you accept euros? Conversations. Sweden's basically living in the future and is so nice and so hassle-free the way it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Fika
and food.
Fika.
I didn't struggle once paying on my phone. I just went there and it was like I was in the UK. I just scan, contactless payment, Apple Pay. I Apple Paid everything. It was an issue.
Kaka.
Okay, so before we even looked into Swedish food, I honestly only probably knew chatpula and surströmming, thanks to IKEA and YouTube videos. But going there and trying dishes like ragmaka and...
Ooh, ragmaka. Ooh, guys, let me know what that is. That looks like Toskagen to me. Maybe that's different from Toskagen. Toskagen? That is I want that now. Just thinking about it. That, so good. So good. All I had was meatballs and Toskagen. My favorite meals. Wow.
Smörgåstårta. Wow. Pleasantly
smörgåstårta.
surprised is an understatement. Also, if you're into seafood, Sweden's got you covered. But be aware, it's on the pricier side for European
I wanted that. I didn't find that anywhere. Yeah, I've still got a lot of food to try when I come to Sweden. Back to Sweden.
standards.
Yeah, true. And I have to say, I love that Sweden has kebab pizza everywhere.
Ooh.
It almost
Also, guys, I keep thinking of like other channels, but I'm thinking of starting a channel which isn't Swedish related. It's not German related or Dutch or any of the countries specifically, but like a travel channel. I really enjoy doing those vlogs, even though my camera like stopped working. Like, I just enjoy it. There's a lot of work editing them and putting them together. It's a lot of work, but I really enjoyed vlogging. I'm like, I could have a vlog channel because I can talk for England. Like, I really can talk for England about nothing. I can just talk. And I'm like, maybe I should do a vlog. I don't know if anyone does vlogs anymore. Travel vlogs they do, but I'm thinking of doing like a vlog, which is kind of like travel vlog / food vlog. Like a channel. What do you think? What do you think? Would you subscribe to that as well? Just to watch me travel around the world or around England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Europe. What do you think? I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. Anyways, continue.
became Sweden's national dish.
See, I tried to look for kebab pizza. You guys said I went to a fancy pizza place and that's why I didn't have any. So I've got to try the kebab pizza because that banana pizza I had was disgusting.
Just came in a close second behind the köttbullar. But people in the comments love to point out that, what do you mean? Germany also has kebab pizza. And yeah, it does. But you know, a dish's availability is usually not limited by country borders.
And it's nice that
Like their channel, I guess. They do traveling and food. So I guess, yeah, kind of like their channel. Like, but a bit different, like me. What do you think? Anyways.
try where it's invented.
Yeah, and kebab pizza was invented in Sweden, and this version we had with French fries on top was amazing and also very rare in Germany. So seeing this pizza being that popular in Sweden was just a fun little positive culture shock.
Yeah. And now Fika. Oh my gosh. I love Germany's Kaffee und Kuchen culture. Probably the reason I gained half a wardrobe size my first year I lived in Germany. So imagine my happiness when I found out that Sweden has Fika. It's an intentional coffee break with a sweet treat like a cinnamon bun stop. We were on an intense hike in our trekking gear when all of a sudden Phil's brother's girlfriend, who is Swedish, just casually says, "Okay, it's time for a cinnamon bun." We stopped, sat down, sipped coffee, and ate cinnamon buns. I loved it. A woman after my own heart.
That's so cute. So they went on for a hike, and even on a hike, the Swedish sister-in-law said, "Let's stop and let's have a fika." On a hike. I love that. That's so cute. But it's good. It's like you guys prioritize time. You prioritize time. You prioritize time to sit down, have a fika, talk, and relax, and just do nothing but drink coffee, eat a cake, and talk. And I think that's awesome. I really do.
I just wish they called it coffee and cookie time. So like Kaffee und Kaka. I just think that sounds funnier.
Alright.
Cafe
Bitches and nature. So we spent some time
cafe.
outdoors in Sweden.
Cafe ok. What did she say? She said that in German, didn't she?
So like Kaffee und Kaka.
Oh, it would be cafe ok kaka. That's how you would say it, right? Cafe ok kaka ok. And she said und. Und is German. Ok is Swedish. Am I right?
I just think that sounds funnier.
Alright. Bitches and nature. So we spent some time outdoors in Sweden and we did some hikes, and outdoor activities are just the thing to do in Sweden. And wow, the country makes it really easy. Surprisingly, you are allowed to camp pretty much everywhere, in the countryside or even on private properties, as long as somebody's house is not in line of sight. So no stressing about trespassing, just pure nature. It felt surprisingly safe and super freeing.
Yeah, coming from the US, I love the variety there, and Sweden has it as well. From like beaches to lakes to forests, beautiful nature just everywhere. Or
They saw a lot more than I did. Wow.
at least a short.
It's because they went on a road trip and drove. I went on a coach. I got on a coach and I drove. I did that on purpose. You guys were like, "Why didn't you get in a train? Why didn't you get a train? Why didn't you get a coach?" Because on a coach you can see the countryside. Like, I was able to like see the highway and what it was like. I could definitely drive in Sweden because your roads are quite chill. I can't remember where I was going with this. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. What's wrong with me today? What was she saying? But I didn't see any beaches. I didn't see any countryside. It's because I didn't drive. That's what I was saying. Because I didn't rent a car. I can't drive. I didn't get to see the countryside. But when I come back, hopefully I'm a driver. And maybe I can go on a road trip.
Beaches to lakes to forests, beautiful nature just everywhere. Or at least a short drive outside of cities.
Yeah, although the first part of our drive from Malmö to Gothenburg was a bit underwhelming, it was a bit flat and lots of farmland and forest left and right, so no complaining, just very flat. But here's...
Well, that's why I didn't do that on a coach. I did Malmö to Gothenburg. I got a train. It was Gothenburg to Stockholm that I got a coach. And that was that a coach? Was that a coach? Oh my God, no, I did get a coach. No, I did get a coach from Malmö to Gothenburg. Gothenburg to Stockholm, I got a train, I think. Yes. I have to think about it. But I didn't find the journey underwhelming. It was very flat. He's right. It was very, very flat. But I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed seeing the flatlands.
Fun twist, the coastline is amazing and Sweden has over 267,000 islands. More than any other country in the world, actually. That's basically an island adventure waiting to happen wherever you reach the coastline.
I wonder if anyone's visited all of Sweden's islands. You think?
No.
Maybe.
Some of them must be very small. One thing I do miss though, it's these little shops like in Germany, you know? Sometimes you just need a Bratwurst stand or a beer garden to ruin the perfect view of nature. Priorities, right?
Yeah, priorities.
Ja, wo ist denn hier das Wirtshaus? Hier gibt's ja gar kein Wirtshaus. Was machen wir denn?
And before we move on to the next culture shock, we ask you to please like the video and subscribe for more videos around the world.
Cheese shrimp paste? Is that real? What?
And if you want to further support us, you can do that on patreon.com/DNNphil, where we make additional monthly videos for certain tiers. And a shout out to our family tier patrons: Ethan Mitchell, Heather Kuffner, Hessen Metro, Tarek Malkash, Ushi Izart, Lee Lim, Jessica Sarenzak, Debbie and Ray Gordon, Jamie DeVries, Parker Dopke, Michelle Asbell, and Bill and Chris.
Speaking of Patreon, guys, listen, I obviously haven't been posting on my Patreon anymore. My Patreon, I'm going to edit this out. I'm going to edit all this out.
How few people there are. Sweden has about 10.5 million people spread over a huge landmass. And let me tell you, it really shows. We knew that going in, but we were still very surprised by how empty it felt at times.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Hiking through forests on a Sunday and seeing, wait for it, 4 people. 4 total people.
Yeah.
It was like having the nature all to ourselves. Even in supermarkets, there's so much space, you could probably do cart races down the aisles side by side.
Yeah.
Back in Germany, even in a small town of like a population of 10,000 people, the supermarkets feel like Times Square at rush hour. It's so busy. And honestly, the sparse population explains a lot, like why driving is so chill. You can actually enjoy the scenery instead of battling through traffic the entire way.
The Swedish people.
Speaking of the people themselves, Swedes are, how do I put this, refreshingly reserved, I think. At first glance, they like to keep to themselves minimal small talk and not a ton of like outward affection, I say. They don't seem super eager to help right away either.
Outward affection. What does that mean? Outward affection. You're not really touchy-feely. You don't get into people's business. You're reserved. You're reserved. I guess that's what she's saying.
It's very much you just do your own thing and I'll do mine.
Yeah, and I think even Germany has a bit of that reputation already, but going to Scandinavia, even for me, they take it to a new level.
That's funny.
But yeah, even how they grade each other is hilarious. A simple hey is like a casual friendly, how's it going, how you doing? But if you say hey, it suddenly is a polite way of signaling, I don't really want to talk to you any further. Like, only in Sweden, I guess.
Yeah. But here's the funny part. Once you break the ice, they're genuinely friendly and thoughtful. The first layer is serious and introverted, and underneath, warm, friendly, kind. It's like peeling an onion, except instead of tears, you get Fika invites.
It's true. It is peeling an onion. But I feel like once you have if you have a Swedish person as a friend, you have that person for life. Like, that's a good friend. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get a fake friend. That's how I feel about by you guys. When I was in Sweden, I could tell people are very reserved and maybe cautious about new people. But I think you're observers as well, I think, a little bit. You think you're observers. You observe how people are before you let them in. And I think once you're let in to a Swedish person's, like, through their barrier, you've got a friend for life. You got a good friend. You know, there's no fakeness. There's no, oh my God, how are you? Today is very nice, isn't it? You know, there's no weird small talk. I hate small talk. Yeah, I think I like that. I know I like that because I'm like that. I felt so chill in Sweden. Well, how was it? Was it Malmo? Was it Malmo when I was just like walking around the streets and like people allow you just to be like, people are not in your business. I can't explain it. It just felt like things are intentional. If you're gonna socialize with someone, it's intentional. It's not like a random thing. Like, people intentionally, like, you have Fika time. That's intentional. You know, you allocate that time to do something with someone. You've chosen to do that. It's not, you're not going to get any random encounters. You're not going to get any people just shouting at you in the street or acting crazy towards you in the street. Like, people keep themselves to themselves. That's how I felt. And I felt very safe in Sweden and very, like, chill. You know, people act normal. Listen, if you come to the UK, there's some cities, people act absolutely crazy and feral in the streets. When they drink, antisocial behaviour. Yeah, the UK... You know, it's a bit weird.
I wish. Also, just to contradict all of what we just said, we also met these guys.
Are you too?
Yeah, we're from Sweden.
We're
from
Gothenburg.
Hey.
What is the best thing you can eat in Gothenburg?
Gothenburg, Hassel sauce, fish and chips.
Fish and
Supermarkets, aka grocery stores.
I didn't even know you ate fish and chips. Wait, what? Hasselsons.
Fish and chips.
Supermarkets, aka grocery stores.
Yeah, we were actually shocked by the supermarkets in Sweden in kind of a good way. At first glance, they feel way more American than German to me. Massive stores like ICA or City Gross feel like Walmart or Target, and there are huge spaces between the aisles and it's almost eerily empty at times. Just like in the US. You look around and think, does this really make sense for only like 10 million people? But yes, it exists and somehow it works.
Yeah, the selection is insane. Everything comes in big quantities and varieties. It's like the store is saying, yes, you may only be 4 people in this aisle, but you deserve 27 types of dip.
Yeah.
This is a bit random, but there's even dog cages outside where you can safely leave your dog while you shop. Only in Sweden.
Yeah, as a
That dog's so cute, but I'm like, oh, he's in a cage. But then at the same time, actually, that's really good and thoughtful because, you know, you don't want your dog running off. Sometimes dogs get scared and they run off and stuff. Like, Sweden. It makes sense.
I'll admit it, I was a little jealous. Wide aisles, big choices, quirky product packaging, like all these stuff in tubes and so on. It's kind of a dream, like it's nice. But overall, shopping in Sweden,
I didn't get to go to these big stores because obviously I was in the city centers, so I didn't get to drive out and see. See, did I see the real Sweden? I saw part of Sweden. I saw the busy parts of Sweden. So it's time, next time I'm gonna see like the real Sweden. Yeah.
it feels spacious, it feels relaxed and kind of futuristic or apocalyptic because of the missing people. It's like Walking Dead sometimes. But yeah, I really enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
Bonus point. We were really hoping to see an elk,
Where
but
the
we
moose?
didn't. A bit disappointed in that. Might have to come back.
Yeah, very sad. Okay, so most of these are lighthearted and quick, immediate things we noticed that are different just visiting for the first time. Obviously, if we lived in Sweden, there might be more serious differences like work culture or even the dark winter time with no sunlight. But let us know what surprised you about Sweden or another country you visited.
All right, that's it.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
That was good. I enjoyed that. They do good videos. I want to do videos like this. I want to do vlogs. I want to do traveling. Anyways, yeah, Sweden, love you. I do. Let me know what I said at the beginning of the video about learning Swedish as like something on the channel, like me learning how to speak Swedish. Would you be interested in that? Like actually learning how to speak Swedish as well. Let me know, because I am very much interested in that. Guys, this was a bit of a random one. My mind today has been like darting all over the place. I don't know what's going on. My mind just a bit like... But you guys are used to this by now. Like you've been, I don't know, depending on how long you've subscribed to this channel, you know that I'm a bit random and I go on little rants. And for whatever reason, you watch me and listen to me ranting. Because if I didn't rant to you, I would be ranting to myself, which is a bit weird. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you very soon.